It wasn't the nails that held him there. It was love. The day grew strangely dark. The wind stood still, as if creation itself was holding its breath. On a lonely hill outside the city, heaven and earth met at a wooden cross. Around him were voices of mockery, yet above him was the whisper of destiny. Every heartbeat carried a mission, to rewrite the story of humanity. It wasn't tragedy, it was transformation. The cross became the bridge between the broken and the holy. Angels wept, yet hope was being born. In silence, love stood taller than death itself. The sky trembled, but grace was just beginning to speak. My choosing to give my life was never about defeat. It was love that held me steady. I saw your future, your tears, and your joy, and I said within my heart, "You are worth every moment." I could have turned away, but love never turns from the one it cherishes. Every breath carried your name. Heaven watched in silence as love rewrote the story of creation. I wanted you to know that mercy never ends and hope is never too far. My love was the price and your freedom the reason. Even now I whisper softly to your heart, I did it for you. Let this truth live within you. The greatest strength is love that refuses to let go. I gave everything for you, not from duty, but from deep desire to bring you home. Now I ask gently, do you love me? Love is not words alone. It is trust, loyalty, and kindness lived out each day. When storms come, will you still choose me? I surrendered all so that fear would lose its hold on you. The same love that lifted me now lifts you. My heart remains open, not to judge, but to welcome. Look at me, not with guilt, but with gratitude. I did not choose sacrifice to make you feel unworthy. I did it so you could see your eternal value. Remember always, your love for me shines brightest when you love others freely. They turned away and spoke harshly, yet I whispered, Father, forgive them. Love always chooses mercy over anger. When the world gave resentment, I offered compassion. My child, when you are hurt, remember my example. Choose forgiveness. Holding on to bitterness keeps your heart heavy. Letting go sets your soul free. I forgave you long before you asked, and that same forgiveness still flows toward you. When you forgive, heaven rejoices, and peace finds its home in you. Do not let yesterday's wounds guide tomorrow's steps. Let kindness be stronger than memory. Forgive, not because they deserve it, but because love heals faster than hatred. Beside me was one who believed his story was over, yet a spark of faith changed everything. With hope reborn, he looked toward love, and I promised him peace. That promise was not only for him. It belongs to all who turn their hearts toward light. No one is ever too distant for grace. I see beyond failure, beyond regret, and I see possibility. When the world labels you finished, I whisper begin again. Faith opens doors that despair has closed. You are never too late to be restored. Every heartbeat that calls to me finds an answer. Even in my final moments of surrender, I cared for those dearest to me. That is what true love does. It thinks beyond self. My child, care for one another with gentle hearts. The smallest act of kindness can echo through eternity. Love does not measure size, it measures sincerity. When you show compassion, you carry my presence. Be patient with the hurting, generous with hope, and faithful in care. Let the world see love through the quiet strength of your service. Every smile you restore, every burden you lift, becomes a reflection of heaven's tenderness. Love that cares is love that never ends. There was a moment when even I felt the Father's silence, yet I trusted his purpose. You too will face seasons when prayer feels unanswered and the sky seems closed. But silence does not mean absence. It is often the space where faith grows strong. The Father was still near, shaping victory behind what appeared quiet. When you cannot feel God, hold steady. He is closer than the air you breathe. Let trust rise above emotion. Let patience guard your heart. I carried that silence once so you would know that you are never truly alone. In the stillness, listen closely. Love still whispers your name. When I said, I thirst, it was not for water, but for hearts that would return to love. My longing has never changed. I desire to walk with you daily, to fill the empty spaces within. The world offers many streams that run dry, but my peace flows without end. Come to me when your heart feels tired. Rest and breathe again. Let go of striving and simply be with me. My love is not demanding. It is gentle and restoring. I do not seek perfection. I seek connection. I long for you not because you are flawless, but because you are mine. Every moment you draw near, my joy overflows. When I declared it is finished, I was announcing victory, not loss. The story of separation ended, and the story of grace began. Nothing more needed to be earned. Love had already made the way. I came to show that true strength is found in surrender, and true power is peace. Every barrier between heaven and earth dissolved in that moment. My work was complete, and your freedom secure. Walk in the confidence that you are forgiven, accepted, and loved. Do not live as if you still owe something to grace. It is already yours. Live boldly in joy. Your redemption is complete. As my final breath passed through creation, I whispered, Father, into your care, I give my spirit. It was not defeat, it was trust. I placed everything in the hands of perfect love. My child, you can do the same. When the future feels uncertain and the road unclear, give it back to God. Release what you cannot control, and peace will meet you there. Trust is not weakness. It is the language of heaven. Each time you surrender, you make room for miracles. The Father never fails those who lean on Him. Rest today knowing you are safely held. When I completed my purpose, creation itself responded. The skies dimmed, the wind paused, and time felt suspended as love rewrote eternity. The old world of distance was passing away, and a new covenant of closeness began. Heaven drew near that day, not in thunder, but in peace. My love touched every corner of existence. The silence that followed was not emptiness. It was the sound of new life being born. Remember this truth. Whenever you feel the world stop around you, something sacred is shifting. Love is never idle. It is always creating something new. When the world believed it was over, heaven quietly celebrated. In the stillness, love was writing victory. The greatest triumph often comes without noise. I stepped through the darkness carrying light for every heart that would one day believe. Nothing on earth or beyond could stop what had already been finished. Even when you cannot see progress, trust that I am working behind the silence. I turn endings into beginnings and sorrow into peace. Wait with hope, for love never loses. The silence of heaven is not neglect, it is preparation. Hold on. Every promise will unfold in time. Love can never be buried or forgotten. The power of heaven cannot fade away. What many thought was an ending became the start of eternal life. I overcame despair so that you might walk in light winds. On the third day, morning light broke through the shadows and hope rose with it. The stone was moved, not to let me out, but to show the world that life cannot be contained. I am alive, and because I live, you shall live also. Every sunrise you see carries the same message. What looks finished is never final with God. I conquered despair so that faith could rise in every heart. Do not fear the night, joy always follows. I am the promise that hope will never die. When I appeared again, I greeted them saying, Peace be with you. Those words are still for you. My peace is not the absence of trouble. It is calm within the storm. Let that peace guard your thoughts and heal your spirit. Do not let worry rule your days. Take a breath and remember that I am with you. Even in chaos, I bring stillness. Speak peace into your home, your mind, and your world. Let love be your answer to fear. Wherever you walk, carry this gift, peace that cannot be taken away. I call you not into perfection, but into journey. Follow me, not through crowds alone, but in quiet places where faith is built. Walk in kindness, serve without seeking reward, forgive without keeping count. Each step with me reshapes your heart. The path may be narrow, but it leads to freedom. I go before you, clearing what confuses, lighting what is dark. When you stumble, look up. I am still near. To follow me is not a rule. It is a relationship filled with grace and discovery. You have heard my words, but do you believe? Belief is not seeing, it is trusting. When the way seems uncertain, hold on to the promise that love never fails. I did everything so that your heart would find rest in truth. Faith is the light that shines when reason cannot. Believe that I am near in every season, when you rejoice and when you cry. Let your belief be more than speech. Let it become the rhythm of your life. The world may doubt, but you must stand firm. Those who believe will never be lost. If you truly love me, love one another. The lonely, the weary, the overlooked, they are precious to me. Be gentle in your words and generous in your kindness. Offer help where others see inconvenience. Every time you lift another, you lift me. The world does not change through power, but through compassion. Let your hands bring comfort and your voice bring hope. When people look at you, let them feel my presence through your care. Love is the mark of all who walk with me. I go to prepare a place for you, not far away, but both in eternity and within your heart. My home is built from peace, not stone. Every act of love creates a doorway to that dwelling. Do not fear what is ahead. Your future is safe in my plan. I have gone before you, arranging beauty where there was once despair. One day every tear will fade, every burden will rest. Until then, live with hope. The place I prepare is not a dream. It is a promise, and it belongs to you. I did not leave you alone. My spirit walks with you in every season, joy and trial alike. When you feel unseen, I am beside you. When strength fades, I renew it quietly. You are never abandoned. My presence does not depend on feeling. It depends on truth. Speak to me, and I will answer. Trust that every step you take is within my care. I am closer than your breath and nearer than your thoughts. Even in silence, I surround you. I am with you now and always. My giving of life was for you. Every heartbeat of that choice was shaped by love. I came so that you may live in freedom and joy. And now I ask again, do you love me? If you do, let your life reflect it. Forgive easily, speak gently, and walk humbly. Share kindness wherever you go. Let your light remind others that hope is still alive. My love has no end, and my promise stands forever. You are mine, and nothing can change that truth.